Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Susan Cannon and I am the instructor for this course, Leadership Theory and Practice. Welcome. I look forward to meeting you, and I thought you might want to get to know me a little bit before the class started and get a little bit of a sense of what the course is going to be about and maybe how to be successful here. I'm going to give you a few tips on that based on many semesters of experience and a wide diversity of students that have gone through this course. So the course is maybe a little different than what you're used to. We're going to be learning a fairly complex leadership and organizational development theory. And we're going to do it in little bite-sized pieces week by week so that we can internalize it and digest it. And by the end, you're going to have the ability to naturally apply this in all kinds of situations. It's going to be very helpful for your professional practice, for a career if you're in an organization, and in life in general, you'll see. So what I want to do is give you my 7 tips for successfully navigating this course. Let me take a look at my notes. Okay, so tip number 1 is don't let the unknown or the different throw you, because this course is designed a little differently than maybe those you've taken before. Just relax, it's supposed to be that way. It's not going to be a rote course where you're just reading something and answering particular questions and I'm expecting a particular answer. Not at all. I want you to kind of grapple with the material. I'm going to offer you different modalities of learning: audios, videos. I want you to work together. There's going to be a couple projects, different ways in which hopefully we'll cover all different learning styles of different people. And one of the things that I wanted you to understand particularly is that every week we're going to go through what's called a new level of development, a stage of development in human growth, in leadership growth. And each one has its own kind of worldview, its own kind of little world that it creates. And so the learning style is going to be, and the learning exercises are going to be designed to emulate that so that you get an experience of it. So if every week things really change, don't let that throw you. It's supposed to be like that. And I'm not expecting you to come up with all these exact right answers at all. It's not designed like that at all. So just do your best. Get out there and don't let changes throw you. Tip 2 is stay up with the coursework right from the beginning. So be very systematic. This is really important. We've got 12 weeks. That sounds like a lot. It's plenty, but it goes by really fast. And so every week builds on the other. And so if you miss a week or you kind of just blow a week off, you're going to have a hole there. Your foundation won't be strong. So you really want to keep up. And there's quite a bit of reading. At first, it seems kind of overwhelming. People acknowledge that. And over time, it gets easier. But the reason for all that is what I'm offering you is a look at actually the same framework from different eyes. And so you're being able to pick it up that way rather than trying to memorize something. A framework, you're actually getting different experiences of it. It's actually a lot better way to learn. And so you want to keep up with that and just if you start to fall behind, just let me know and we'll do something about it. Tip 3 is don't get discouraged. This is graduate school. The course material is complex. And one of the first readings you're going to get is called The 9 Levels of Increasing Embrace, which is one of the most complex at all. And so I'm not trying to scare you right at the beginning. I just want you to know that don't feel like you have to know it all at once. I'll give you that one reading and you'll see it is fairly complex, but we'll keep coming back to it over and over. You don't have to try to get it all at once. You don't have to be perfect at all. And we'll be referring to it over and over. And we'll be using, as I said, these different modalities of learning. I used to co-teach this class with Dr. Terry O'Fallon, and she is a pioneer in the field of human organizational development of levels, and you're going to have an opportunity to hear her speak on the audios. And she's got a book coming out from SUNY Press this year, I'm hoping, It's been at press for a while, and hopefully I'll be able to add that, which will be very helpful to our references. And then I'm intending that we have an occasional Zoom meeting so that we can talk things over and I can answer questions for you. In fact, I've got one set up, I believe, for next week. And if you can't attend that one, well, we'll have another one, but we'll make sure, as long as anybody wants to have a Zoom meeting with me, and anybody else that wants to show up, just to ask questions and clarify things, I'll make it happen. So tip 4 is participate. So a big part of your grade is based on participation, because, if you don't, in an online class like this, if you don't show up, if you're not there participating, it's like you're not there at all. And I don't have any way to really gauge. So make sure that you don't just go in there and just stick your assignment and then run off. The idea is you're supposed to get in there and grapple with the material. That's a very important way of learning. And so I factored that in, that you will learn a whole lot from each other, because everybody's going to have their own idea about answering the questions that we have and doing the exercises, and everybody's not going to have everything. And what's so great about having an online course like this is we get to get all this additional information, and I'll go in and make comments also, so you'll be able to see what I have to say for everybody, and you learn a lot that way. Students every year say at the end of the year that they hadn't realized what a fun and very fruitful way of learning it was to actually be able to participate online. Tip 5 is don't miss the easy points. Just want you to know I track the assignments and your participation in the discussions, and I'm kind of looking for you to maybe make if we have a big class, I don't expect you to respond to every single person. You can if you want, but at least 3 people, because that seems to be enough to get a good discussion going in the group and enough for you to learn from other people. But you'll see that in the rubric that's in the syllabus that each week is worth a certain amount of points. And sometimes people get a little careless. They might skip a week. They might think an assignment's not important. It really is. And we get to the end, there's only 15 points. 6 of those are from your projects, 3 for the individual and 3 for the group project. So, if you miss an easy point, like there's an assignment you don't get, that can make the difference between A and a B. And I've had that happen before. So we don't want to have that happen. Somebody does a great job on their final paper and forgot some little, weekly assignment, and that pulled them down. We don't want to have that happen. So tip 6 is speak up. The beginning of the course, a lot of people may feel a little bit of vulnerability. They might even be scared about making their ideas public, like maybe I'm not right and I don't want to put it out there, or maybe everybody else is smarter than me. This is graduate school. And, there's all these kind of fears come up. Everybody's got it. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about being judged. It's just put it out there. The whole point of learning here is not to get it right. It's to grapple with the material and learn. That's what I'm looking for. And you'll find that everybody's kind of in the same boat. You don't have to be afraid. Most people are just starting out their graduate program in this course. This is one of the first courses most people take. And so everybody's a little nervous. So just just get in there and jump in and just start, and it's going to get easier. Just like when you're the first day of summer and you jump in the pool, it looks like it's going to be kind of cold and you're a little afraid. Just dive in there and you start moving around, and before you know it, everything feels just fine. One thing that can happen is procrastination. People maybe they had to go away and travel for a week, and they came back and they feel a little behind, and then they feel a little intimidated, and then like, no, this is hard. I don't really understand it. And they start to procrastinate, start to get resistance, and then put it off, and it gets harder and harder. Don't do that. It's not worth it. Just, the whole point is to get something out there and get it done, even if you don't totally understand it. Because putting it out there helps other people comment and helps me help you. If you start to feel like you have this resistance, and it does happen, send me an email or a text or something. We can talk about it. I can help you through it. It does happen. Just know that it doesn't help to hold back like that, and those feelings are normal. And just put it out there, and those feelings are likely to pass, and you'll break through that, and you'll be fine. So let's see, I feel like I skipped one. All right. No, I guess I didn't. So get tight with your team. So we're going to be working in teams on a project, a group project. And it's good to get a solid kind of connection and foundation with your team right away. And so as soon as, I think it's the second week we set that up, and we'll have a forum for you to meet. Each team will have its own thread and space it can follow, that only you guys can see it, and me, of course. Just as soon as you get in there, just start getting to know each other, figure out how you're going to be able to meet together, maybe set up some ground rules. People always say at the end of the course, boy, I wish we'd gotten started faster, or boy, we're glad we did, and things like that. So it's really important to get to know each other. There may be time zone differences. You may have to work through that. Part of working with this team is learning about how organizational norms are developed and how people do work together, because, that's what you're going to be doing when you're assessing organizations, is looking at how people come together and into teams and work together. So you're going to experience that. Group cohesion is a big factor. Like I say, you may be tempted to just there may be difficulties, if you really get to an impasse, talk to me, we can work it out. Everything always gets worked out in the end. You may be tempted to just divide things up, divide and conquer. What we're going to be doing is doing something on each level of development. That's fine, but I would suggest that you also do more collaborative work than that. You don't, maybe somebody drafts something, but then you all work on it, because what I found in the past is the groups that just divided and conquered didn't work together well. Or the project, the final product just didn't have the coherence that it did when people really worked together. And you can really tell. There's a kind of synergy that happens that really adds something to the project. And people have a lot more fun when they do it. And when it's fun and you feel real motivated and you're working together, you just have a lot more energy. The final product is better. You enjoy it. There's just a lot of benefits to that. Okay, so that should give you some pointers on successfully navigating this course on leadership theory and practice. So one of the great things about an online course is, I'm only a post or an email away. I can answer any question you have. We can talk by phone. One thing I did want to mention is that life happens every semester. Somebody has a big trip they have to take. Somebody's kids or parents get sick. There's a funeral, something of that nature. This is adult learning. Stuff happens. Please get in touch with me. It's okay if you have to go away and there's an emergency. You get really sick. There's a place up in the news forum that you can post, or even in your personal journal, where you can post if you're going to be away. Let everybody know. We can work it out. I can help you with a strategy to get caught up. It happens every quarter, multiple people. It's normal. So just let me know and we'll work it out. Don't hesitate to contact me. Okay, so that's it. See you online. Bye-bye.